Hey everyone, it's Alyssa and I'm back with another cash envelope stuffing video. And in today's video, I will be showing you my first paycheck for March. March is a special month because I get 3 paychecks in the month of March. I think this happens twice a year with my pay schedule. I get paid every 2 weeks, so there's just 2 months in the year where it works out that I get 3 paychecks. So I'm looking forward to that. I think this month is when I should get my tax return back, and I have a special announcement. I don't know if you all saw my last video where it was a tutorial on how to make the envelopes that fit into my ring-bound planner turned wallet, but I am releasing new envelopes. So these are just one of the sets that I will be releasing. And the date for that will be March 16th. So mark your calendars, and they will be sold over on Etsy. They will be sold in a set of 5, and there will be 48, I believe, sets available. So make sure you get on Etsy as soon as they're live. Last time I had a release, I had about half as many sets, but they sold out in I think 6 minutes. So you'll definitely want to make sure, if you want to get your hands on some of my envelopes, to set your alarm to make sure that you don't miss out. But do keep in mind that you are more than welcome to make your own. I have a couple of tutorials now on my channel on how to make your own envelopes. Even if you don't have a laminating machine, it can be actually pretty easy to make your own. So that is my little announcement for you guys, but let's go ahead and get into this week's paycheck. Okay, so I have you guys zoomed in nice and close. We're on my phone today. For some reason, I can't find my vlogging camera, and it is just one of those days. I feel like it's always one of those days whenever I film these videos, but I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I've been sick recently, so we're gonna get through it. So as usual, let me just actually walk you through, well, as you saw in the last clip, I have my just budget overview up here at the top, and usually I have my paychecks on this opposite page, but since I have 3 paychecks in the month of March, I had to make one here, and then the other 2 will fit on this other side. So that's why things are a little bit different. So my car payment is $178 as usual. And just as a little side note, if you want to know what I do with my extra payment or my extra paycheck this month, I will treat my 3rd paycheck as my extra paycheck. And you'll have to tune in for that video at the end of March to see how I handle that. But basically, it's not just a free paycheck. I still have to fund my gas, my groceries, my spending, any bills that are going to be due before the next paycheck. So it's not like I just get to put that whole paycheck directly towards debt. I will have to take out some things. But as I said, tune into that video to see exactly how I handle that. But car payment $178, cell phone is $45, Adobe is $5, AMC A-List $10, Spotify is $5, and Disneyland is $20. I'm trying not to mess up on that one because a couple times now I've funded the full amount instead of the half payment like I should be doing. So $28 for Disneyland because it's about $27.50. If I remember next paycheck I will do $27, but for this one I'm doing $28. And then gas, let me check my wallet. I can't remember if I used my gas money. I think I did because my tank is full. Yeah, okay, so this is one of those weeks where my wallet, you guys, is completely empty. I do not have a dime left over. So gas, I'm actually not gonna put anything in there because I do have a completely full tank. And this month, I'm not gonna be really going anywhere. My mom is actually probably on her way home from surgery right now. And so I am going to be basically home all the time while she's recovering. It's nothing serious, but she will be in recovery for 3 to 4 weeks and pretty much dependent on whoever's home. And since, you know, I have 2 dogs, I do have to be home to take care of them. Usually if she's well, she'll kind of take care of them if I need to go do something, but basically I'm going to be cooped up inside for basically the entire month of March. So that'll help with my budget a little bit, but I also, as a result, won't really need any gas money. So I'm putting 0 for that. My tank is about as close to full as it gets. And so for groceries, 60, spending 40. Clothing, we're gonna do 20. Toiletries, 15. Medical, 5. Car maintenance, 30. Car insurance, 65. Health insurance, 75. TJ's birthday, 12. Gifts, 15. Christmas gets 20. Dog food gets 15. And my brother's wedding gets 20. So now it's time for a little bit of math, so we can find out the debt snowball amount. And oh, actually school savings is just $198. I have finished, actually my first term at WGU is completely paid for. They have taken the money, it is gone. So isn't it always funny when that happens? You like pay a bill and then a couple days later it's like gone and you're just like, wow, they really took it. It's so sad, especially when it's a large amount of money like that. So now I'm just saving up for my second term, which I got my transcripts all evaluated and I think I will be able to complete my bachelor's degree in 2 terms. So that is really exciting. I will be making another WGU video coming up here pretty soon, but I'm just really excited that I finally found a school that I can work into my schedule and that I can afford. Okay, so I zoomed you guys back out so you can see what I'm doing, but I'm going to calculate this cash envelopes amount. Okay, and that gives us $392. And I do just break out a Post-it and I will jot down this number. Okay, so that is $469. And so I jot down that number and then I add $392 and that gives me $861. On this calculator, I really don't have to write it down because it stores that number right here, but I'm just in the habit of doing that from when I do the calculator on my iPhone. But so then I take my amount that I made from this paycheck and then I subtract what I have so far, and that leaves $265 for the debt snowball. Okay, so $469 plus $265 is $734. So that is the amount that I need to transfer over from my Wells Fargo to my Capital One account. But I am filming on my phone right now, so I won't be able to do that until after the video. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my little Post-it for the breakdown, and then I will head to the bank. So I need $392. I don't need any hundreds. So we're gonna start with 50s. Okay, so for groceries, I need 3 20s, 2 20s for spending, 1 20 for clothing, a 10 and a 5 for toiletries, a 5 for medical, a 20 and a 10 for car maintenance. Car insurance gets a 50, a 10, and a 5. Health insurance gets a 50, a 20, and a 5. TJ's birthday gets a 10 and 2 ones. Gifts gets a 10 and a 5. Christmas gets a 20. Dog food gets a 10 and a 5. And my brother's wedding gets a 20. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just add that up really quickly. Okay, and we have $3.92. So 2, 10, 6, 6, and 2. And I'm gonna put this in my wallet this time so I don't forget it. But I don't want to spoil, if you haven't seen my last video, I don't want to spoil the surprise. So you'll have to stay tuned to part 2 of this video. I'm gonna head to the bank and then I will be back. Okay, so I am back from the bank, and so first things first, you'll notice I have a new wallet. If you did not see my last video, then you do not know that, but when I was in Arizona, I did pick up this Kate Spade wallet at the Tanger outlets. Kate Spade was having a 70% off and then 20% off of that sale. So I picked this bad boy up for about $60 including tax. So that was exciting. I know right now the outlets are having a sale. It's a 60-20 sale, so 60% off and then 20% off of that. Only at the Kate Spade outlets until March 5th. I just got an email today letting me know. So if you have a Kate Spade outlet near you and you're wanting one of these wallets, then go ahead and see if they have one at your outlet. I will say that this one, I had to ask the employee if they had any like tucked away somewhere because I didn't see one, and they pulled this out of a drawer somewhere and it was the only one that they had in the entire store. So I will make a full video about my setup with this wallet. I did make some new envelopes, but I've got all my cards here. I do need to get like a little zip pouch that goes in here to keep all of my change. That's one thing that's bugging me about it, is that there's no place for my change, but so far I really like it. I'm excited to put more things here having to do with budgeting. I'm still kind of watching YouTube videos, getting ideas, and once this is completely finished, I will make a full tour video, but I don't even have my labels on these envelopes yet, because I've been so busy just making envelopes for you guys for the release. But I'm going to take these out for the stuffing. But first things first, I'm going to do, I'm going to try and do gas as the first one. So that's not going to get anything. Groceries gets 60. And then spending, it gets 40. So I need to just like keep these straight in my mind, but until I label them at least. But I did make them opening on this side, which I really like. I think it'll be easier to get the money in and out, and I did like how I made the holes kind of separated from the envelope itself, so that way it's harder to block the holes with cash, or it's impossible to block the holes with cash. And then 40 will go into spending. Oh my gosh, it's toasty in here. Okay, and then we have clothing. We'll get 20. And then toiletries gets 15. I'm so excited. My best friend had a foundation that she didn't want anymore, and it actually is like a decent shade for me, so she gave it to me, and I've been using that, which has made it so I don't have to use my really expensive foundation as much. My usual foundation I think is like $46 at Sephora or Ulta. It's the Lancome foundation, and I'm excited that I haven't been using that as much because it's pretty pricey. I like free foundation a lot better. Okay, so move on to these now. Car insurance gets 65. I just paid this yesterday. Car maintenance gets 30. Do you guys like my nail polish today? It's a little bit sheer, which is not cool because I literally put 5 coats on, which is, it's really thick, but I really like the color. I just wish it was more opaque. Let's see, 33.84. I have not put any, or I have not done any maintenance on my car recently, so still just adding to this one. My registration is due in August, so I definitely have enough to pay for that already, which is really nice. Last year I had to kind of scramble. That's actually like what kind of made me start doing cash envelopes again, because I did take a little hiatus from it, but I got that bill in the mail and I was like, oh, I have not been saving up for this, and it's like $300, so the joys of living in California. Okay, so we have 12 for TJ's birthday. We had a really good time in Arizona. Speaking of living in California, that just made me think of Arizona because it's just so much more affordable there. Cool, so I have 60 in here, and TJ's birthday isn't until September. Yeah, it was gorgeous there. The weather was nice. Everyone was freaking out over how cold it was. Meanwhile, in California, like part of the freeway we had to take to get home was like shut down because of snow, which is really weird for Southern California. But yeah, I really liked it. It was fun. We had a great time. I would love to go back soon. Even when it gets a little bit warmer, I don't think I would mind. Gifts. $75. Okay, and then Christmas gets 20. Dog food gets 15. Oops. And then we have my brother's wedding. And health insurance. This was just paid yesterday too, so this envelope is now empty. Okay, so we just have this rogue $5 bill that's supposed to go in medical, which I forgot is in my desk because it used to be in my wallet, but now I don't really think it needs to be. So I will just kind of keep it in my safe with my other sinking funds, so that way whenever I, book a doctor's appointment, I can just pull this money out and use that for my copay. Okay, so that is it for my first paycheck of March. And as I said, there will be 3 cash envelope stuffing videos this month, just because I get paid 3 times in March. So I will leave a link to my Etsy shop down below so you guys can go ahead and favorite it if you want to get your hands on some of my new envelopes. I think they are just gorgeous. There's going to be a lot of these like florals and pretty pastel colors, and then my other sets will be, let me show you. Still a lot of rose gold foil, but just more kind of black, white, and then a pink accent color. So all of my envelopes will be pretty girly, but hopefully you guys will like them. And if you weren't able to get your hands on my envelopes the last time I did a release, I wish you the best of luck. Just please make sure if you are dead set on getting some that you set your alarm. I don't know if they will sell out as quick as they did last time, but I had a significantly smaller following back then and they sold out really quickly. So I'm trying to limit the heartbreak that happens on March 16th, but you guys know I have tutorials on my YouTube on how to make them, and I get all of my cute paper from Hobby Lobby. All of this paper is from Hobby Lobby, but it is old, so I don't think you'll be able to find it, but these new sets are from Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I just finished editing the first part of this video and I realized I did not do my little mason jar fill up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I do get paid next on March 15th, but my car payment is due March 15th, so that won't give me enough time to make the transfers and everything. So I'm gonna make it a couple days early, which means it'll be too late for my next paycheck to contribute anything to my car payment in March. So my car payment amount will be $1,422, which is a pretty decent amount. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and fill the jar a little bit more. Ooh, I'm gonna do waves this time. That sounds cool. I should be right at about $11,700 left in debt once this payment clears. So that's pretty exciting. That means I will have paid off a little bit over $8,000, I believe, since October 8th. Yeah, so the official amount that I've paid off so far is $8,002. So that is really exciting. I just wanted to make sure I included this part in the video because I know a lot of you guys like to see it. So that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you on the next video. Bye!